little humble shop here. So, we've built another one, and I've gotten it to the stage where we're going to do our floating panel. You've probably been looking at that from last week's video and going, oh, how did you do that? Why did you do that? And isn't that a bit excessive? I don't know. You might be thinking that. Or you could be thinking, damn, that looks really cool. I'd like to do something like that at my place. Or yeah, just how do you go about doing that? Because that looks a little bit tricky, maybe. So, it's pretty simple, sort of. It requires a bit of thinking and a bit of details, and just planning. So, we've got our panel. The idea is to sit that perfectly in the centre. Okay? In order to do that, we have to drill holes through the timber. So we're going to drill from here to the other side, perfectly square, that way as well. And then this threaded rod, stainless steel threaded rod, that will get cut down to our sizes that we need, and that will go through, and it will have a bolt wound down on each end to tighten that up to lock that in position. And then, once all four are done, we then mark out on that top and bottom where exactly it's going to sit. Then we drill 20mm holes to house the end of our pins. So accuracy is the key. It is absolute key. So I've got drill bits that I've got marks on and things like that I will only drill to a certain depth, so that when that panel sits in there, it sits perfect. So, I've had a play with it, fine-tuned it, because it was just ever so slightly out of square, so I've got some nice sticky tape here, put it on the end there, and that perfectly squared it up, so that now, when that clamps on, that is beautiful. So, you see here, this is for our nut. Our nut seats in here, like that. And we have about a 5 or 6 mil reveal, okay? So that you can get your wrench on there and do your wrench up, otherwise you're stuffed. So you've got to be able to do that. Okay? And to get it out, just use a punch. Right, that's drilled. So I rushed ahead a little bit there in the time lapse because I just wanted to see if that would actually work, and I forgot to do the nut step first, because with these speed bore bits, with those, they need to be able to start the hole. If you drill a hole and then you try and put a speedball bit in it, it's going to go like this inside the hole. It's not going to work. So you've got to do this first, both sides, and then go for it. So that's what we're going to do now. This way, this goes perfectly through the hole. Yep, and that's perfectly centered down there. You can't see it, but it's perfect. Bang it in there like that. So that's all seated, and then that will just go in your thing. A little bit of work, but I think it's worth it. At the end of it, it's going to come up really cool. As you can see from the first one that you would have seen in last week's video, that looks the bomb. Right, keep carrying on. So, after all that building, and all those time lapses and all their little cool bits of slow-mo cutting up some steel, we are about to put in our panel. So it's all ready, it's all tightened up. We've got an equal distance that you would have seen me measuring before. Okay, so that's good to go. Now, we've equaled up the distance here, it's 54.5 mils. But yeah, okay, so that's ready to go. So all you got to do is just go around and mark the centers of the holes, okay, and then square them around. Pretty simple. Right, now all that's marked out, pop this up. Grab our drill. Now, see the marks? Not sure if that becomes clear on the camera, but there's marks, okay? 20 mils. So it has to be drilled to exactly that, especially on the bottom. Okay. In the drill. If you're any good, that's how it turns out. Yew! That's primo. That is primo. Alright. Then all you gotta do is whack some screws in the end, and that'll keep it together. Because gravity's gonna do the work. Gravity's gonna be coming down on this, and it's all gonna keep it together. Try this.